What is going on, guys? Makin It Fancy here, and today I have a blue Snowball review and unboxing for you guys. Now, I looked around for a while for a new microphone because, as you guys could tell of my previous videos, they did not sound very good. That's because I was using a Turtle Beach headset as my microphone. Now I'm going to use this for now on, and I'll tell you why later on in the review. So, just to give you a basis of this, I found it on Amazon for, I believe, $65. Now, this is the brushed aluminum version, so it is more expensive than the basic white and black ones. But since I'm going to be looking at this for the next 2 years, I decided to get this one just because it looks nicer, in my opinion. In your opinion, it could look worse than the white and black ones. But in my opinion, the brushed aluminum one looked much nicer. And so yeah, let's get right into this unboxing. So the first thing we see on the front is just kind of like it's really basic. It just says Snowball, but if you turn it to the left, you get some product specifications. This is really basic, doesn't really go into much detail. And if you turn it over to the back, you get some product features. Again, pretty simple. They don't really go into much detail here. And on the right hand side, you just have a nice picture of it and a PC Mac compatible thing. So if you were worried about this not working with a Mac, you really have nothing to worry about. It's going to work just fine for you. Now we're going to get to the actual unboxing of the blue Snowball. So what I first noticed was, wow, I don't have to destroy this box to get anything out of it. And that was really nice. And the first thing you find in it is just a user guide. I'm not going to go into detail about this because who really cares about the user guide? That's not why you're here, and I'm not going to go into detail about it. So in this first little box that you take out, you are going to find two things. One of the things fell out. But the first thing, if I can get it out of the box, is the tripod. Now this tripod is very nice. It is very sturdy, and it's just a really nice tripod. The second thing that is in the box, in the small little box, is the USB cord, which will connect the blue Snowball to your computer. Now, here comes the actual blue Snowball. So again, like I said before, I got the brushed aluminum version, which honestly looks more like chrome than brushed aluminum, but it is very, very nice looking. I really like the reflective look it gives off. So at the top, you can see a little red icon that lights up every time it's plugged in. It'll stay on all night, which gets kind of annoying, but you'll get used to it eventually. And on the back, we have the port where you plug in the one side of the USB cable. It's not a normal USB cable thing, but that's one side of it. And then you also have this little 3-button switcher, which will give you the 3 different settings that you have on the microphone. I'll go into detail about that later on. So now I'm going to get into the actual review part of it. So for the build quality on this, it is very, very, very nice. It is very sturdy, but if you have a lot of things, like if your computer is on your desk or your console is on your desk and you get some vibration out of it, the blue Snowball might pick that up. I don't have that problem, but I've heard that that has been a problem. If your desk kind of vibrates, the blue Snowball will pick it up. The second thing I want to go over are the 3 settings on the back that you can switch to. So I'm using the first setting right now, which is kind of like the commentary one. It takes only the front input, the part that I'm looking at. It'll only use that part of the microphone. Now if I switch it over to the second setting, you'll notice that I got a lot quieter. So this one is the same exact thing as the first, only it lowers your voice by 10 decibels. The only time you would use this is if you're in kind of like a loud environment and you don't want ambient noises being picked up, or it's just being too loud for you and you don't want to change it later on. This will just automatically lower 10 decibels, which is pretty nice. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one or the first one yet. I'll have to get some feedback on it. But if you switch over to the third setting, you'll notice that I get a lot louder, but you also have a lot of static / ambient noise around me. It's because this actually takes in audio from the front and back of the blue Snowball. So you get, it's the loudest. It's not the most clear, but it's, your voice almost amplifies in a way, but it's not actually raising the decibels of it. It's hard to explain, but you can obviously tell the difference, and you can tell that there is a lot of ambient noise being pushed out of it. So if you're a musical artist and you were looking at this microphone to record an album on, I would honestly not recommend it. Now I'm gonna play an E minor on my guitar. Now my guitar is completely out of tune, so it may not sound like an E minor, but I just want to give you guys an example of what an instrument sounds like through this microphone. So as you can hear, it doesn't really pick it up that well. I'm not sure why that is, but I would recommend this for vocals only. I'm not going to sing into this microphone, so I don't know what it sounds like singing into it. But for commentaries, this is the microphone to go with. If you're trying to record an album, I would not go here at all. Now, like I said before, if you are using this for commentaries, definitely go with this one if you cannot spend more than $100. So for $50 to $70, this is a very, very good price for this microphone. And honestly, I would go for it. If you're looking for a microphone in that price range, I would definitely get the Blue Snowball. If you want to pay the higher end of the Blue Snowballs, you want to go with, or I guess it's pretty much just personal preference. I like the chrome looking one. It's brushed aluminum. I'll put the link in the description for this specific one. But if you like wire or like black, I'll put those in the description too. But this is the most expensive out of the three. But this is the one I got just because of the looks of it. I'm probably going to be looking at it for the next 2 years. So I might as well get a nicer looking one for $7 more. So that is a review for the Blue Snowball. I would highly recommend this for commentaries, but I would not recommend this if you are trying to record an album on it. And that is it for this review, guys. Stay fancy.